I am Hotep. Hotep Kemo, Hotep Taui, Hotep Sin Sanu, Sanuti, Taui, Tameriu, Asakin. Anuk Artan Neta An Keperu Amenetep Nep Kimaka, Ari Sim, Mary Hotep. Medu Ray and Kim. I want to speak in the words of Canadians, but I was just thinking about and studying negative energy and how it all goes down. And I was tripping off the physical manifestation of negative energy. Our energy, or how it works physically and then consciously in another dimension. Or let's think about the nucleus, and this is the physical manifestation of what I'm just thinking about. The nucleus. We talk about subatomic particles, the nucleus, which is positive energy and neutral energy, encased. All right, it's the proton and the neutron. All right, encased. And but the proton and the neutron are bigger than the electron. But the electron is negative energy that surrounds and orbits the nucleus. And the nucleus is positive energy and neutral energy. And the positive energy is so much bigger. I think it's 1,836 times bigger than the electron, which is the negative energy, which is surrounding the positive energy and the neutral energy. And that seemed like just what's going on in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm just up early, getting me some quiet time in the house, waiting for Rod to come up. You know what I'm saying? But back to the point about the subatomic particles, and then if we look at the breakdown of how that works, how the electron surrounds the nucleus, which contains the proton and the neutron, we see it was set up for negativity to surround positivity and the neutral parties, but for positivity always to be so much a stronger force inside the atom or whatever of man, you know what I'm saying? Then if we want to talk about, we talk about subatomic particles, then we have to get back into Kemetic mythology. We have to talk about Atum, rising from the primordial waters of Nu. You feel me? And how we already knew the 137 principle, or the triune principle, where it's been broken down as the Godhead manifested 1 and the 3. And the 7 realms of life, our consciousness, our planes of existence. It's been broken down in Christianity and other religions that way, but in metaphysics you know the seven realms of physical existence are the chakras, we call them, in certain fields where people speak of the etheric body or whatever, which some say is not even so significant. The etheric body might not even be as significant as other things. Your heart, even the sacred heart, you know what I'm saying, and opening up and accessing the heart. Point is, we could go back into the 137 principle, or we could say one light, put it through a prism with 3 sides, and what you get 7 colors. That's that 137 principle in the numerology of existence. Mary Hotep, Hetapu Maati, Maati Shez Maati, Maati. Uare and Kim Maati, Maati Shez Maati. I'm not gonna put no accent on my language. I don't have to roll my R's. I don't have to do none of that. It's mine. You understand? If it come off my tongue that way, then that's how it hit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do it the way they taught me to do it though. That's another thing about the metal netta, I'm not in the forefront of the studies or whatever, but I noticed a few things. We get confused between transliteration and it don't matter where we are, man. We gotta stop. We need some humility. and some accountability. All of us, myself included, we don't have to be challenging each other on this knowledge thing, but we can share information and build. As far as the metal is concerned, I've seen the mistake between transliteration and transcription. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I post something, a transcription, so that you can phonetically. A transcription is notation of the phonetic values or the tones. Tone. If I say tone, you're not gonna just write what you've seen on the wall. You trying to transfer the phonetic tone, meaning that I am speaking the meta. If you just reading it or transcribing what you see from one glyph to English language, then you're going to write a bunch of abbreviations. But even in our transcription, those abbreviations should not be separated. We didn't separate them in the Ray and Kim, or we didn't separate them in the Medu Netta, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? We didn't separate it. It's on the walls, you know what I'm saying? We have to go through and see how that was. I mean, even if you look in Hebrew, or original Hebrew, if, so to speak, I thought all the consonants were ran together. You know what I'm saying? Like Paleo Hebrew still being connection to Medu Netta, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just was like, none of us, we ain't back then. We ain't going backwards. We trying to go forward. We trying to adapt some of the parts ourselves we didn't know about and move forward. We built the pyramid already, so we ain't trying to build a pyramid. Having the knowledge and exempling the knowledge of that, you ain't got to do that. You just got to move forward to that point in time. What they call it a mer, and the word mer stood for many things. It stood for love. It also represented the pyramid, from what I understand, and it also meant atemporal, or timeless, or forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So to use these three words to represent one thing, just like we go back to the 137 principle again, those three words probably represent more than one thing. But what I'm saying is, it's all connected. How you name something timeless, love, you know what I'm saying, and also a pyramid, you know what I'm saying? Which a pyramid is a manifestation of high science of African culture, which is timeless, atemporal, and it's love, based on love, and based on my, you know what I'm saying, and all that principles, some other principles, you know what I'm saying? Reciprocity, everything, divine order. Anyway, I'm just want to chop it up. But I got quiet time in the house. My Misu is gonna get up in a minute. I'm running around, getting that Aku energy up, raising that Ka, that Ptah, getting them thing up in the Ptah, the Ka. They still down in the Kaaba. You feel me? We going to the sevenfold soul, like my brother Dr. Booker Coleman teaches the septenary. You know what I'm saying? And the old African spirituality concept. But we know we have a sevenfold soul, and then it'll be easier for us to raise our children that we about to bring up out of this foster care system under the NAGAS, the new attitude for stability, growth and stability, my bad. The new attitude for growth and stability, the natural attributes of God and Son, the new African geology and sociology, which we about to install first in Oakland, which has already been installed nationwide. And I'm going to tell you all about the NAGAS community. It just came to me 1 in the morning one night after having a men's meeting with a bunch of like-minded brothers who know that it's time to address these issues head on. And we could adapt some African principalities to help us realize the situation, to bring it into existence. And what I mean by that is we got to do away with a lot of these concepts that have been imposed upon us. You know what I'm saying? However, they have been imposed by doctrine or just by psychology, or however, we got to do away with it. We got to go back to our original psychology. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we're going to start talking about the septenary and the sevenfold soul. So on that note, just say, I'm around here tap Kemau, Sanu Sanuti, Nefer NFRSAHRWMKMT, Nefer NFRSAHRWMKMT, Mamisu, Matamesi, Hotep.